Zohran Mamdani wins New York's mayoral election.
This is a historic win.
Tonight, you have delivered a mandate for change.
Imagine this. You're running for mayor of New York City, one of the most powerful positions in the world. You have no billionaire backers, no name recognition, and early polls say you'll barely hit 1% of the vote. Still, you lace up your shoes, grab a clipboard, and start knocking on doors.
How's it going, guys? You have 60 seconds to talk to us about the election. How you guys doing? Do you guys want to talk about the election for a minute? How you doing, boss? How's it going, sir?
430,000 doors later, you're sworn in as one of the youngest mayors in New York's history. This is the story of Zohran Mamdani, the man who beat money, power, and doubt, and what his journey can teach you about never backing down. Mamdani wasn't supposed to win. He was a state assemblyman from Queens, a progressive voice, born in Uganda to Indian parents, raised by a poet and a filmmaker. When he announced his run for mayor, the political class smiled politely. The media ignored him.
I believe that Zohran Mamdani is a threat to my constituents.
I disagree wholeheartedly with Zohran Mamdani.
But that silence didn't discourage him, it defined him. In early campaign months, every poll put Mamdani in single digits, sometimes at just 1%. Meanwhile, 26 billionaires and corporate PACs poured money into the race, determined to stop him. Reports estimate over $20 to $22 million was raised through opposition super PACs just to block his candidacy. Think about that. Millions of dollars spent not to win, but to keep him away from winning. But Mamdani's team had something money couldn't buy: belief. His campaign didn't start with TV ads. It started with footsteps. Volunteers fanned out across neighborhoods, knocking on door after door. By the end, they'd hit over 430,000 doors. No glossy marketing, no big donors. Just thousands of everyday New Yorkers sharing one message: we deserve a city that works for people, not for billionaires. That's how his campaign grew, not from the top down, but from the ground up. Meanwhile, big donors launched aggressive campaigns, painting him as too radical or unelectable. Anonymous accounts spread racist attacks, calling him a terrorist.
He's a disaster. That's a terrible thing for our country. He's a communist.
But Mamdani never hid who he was. He proudly shared his heritage, his beliefs, even videos of himself eating biryani by hand. He chose authenticity over image, and that authenticity became his greatest weapon. How does someone survive that kind of political storm without breaking? Let's find out. Midway through the campaign, his message about freezing rent, free childcare, and making buses fast and affordable started resonating.
I will do so by freezing the rent, by making the slowest buses in the country fast and free, and by delivering universal childcare.
Local communities, small businesses, and young voters rallied. Grassroots donations poured in, averaging less than $50 each. While his opponents bought airtime, Mamdani bought trust. When early voting began, precincts once written off as safe for the establishment flipped in his favor. Momentum turned into a movement. Election night stunned the city. Mamdani won with a decisive margin, proving that people power can defeat billionaire power. In his victory speech, he quoted Jawaharlal Nehru: "A moment comes, but rarely in history."
Standing before you, I think of the words of Jawaharlal Nehru. A moment comes, but rarely in history.
Then, in a perfectly New York twist, he played a song from Doom. A mix of culture, conviction, and courage that was Zohran Mamdani. So what can you take away from this? Massive change doesn't always start with massive resources. It starts with daily effort. When the system is stacked against you, personal connection and authenticity become your superpower. Obstacles aren't signals to stop. They're signals to scale your effort and clarity. If Mamdani can face a $22 million opposition, 26 billionaires, and still walk door to door 430,000 times, then what's stopping you from taking your first step towards your own dream? This isn't just politics. It's a masterclass in persistence. And like Mamdani, we keep walking, one door at a time. If stories like this inspire you to rise above the odds, hit that subscribe button and join with us to learn and flourish.